Well, hello there, folks, and a very warm welcome as usual back to What's for Tea. It's lovely to see you all again, and I do hope you've had a good week and having a good day so far. And welcome back to our favourite video of the week, and it is Meals of the Week. And if you do like these kinds of videos and you're not subscribed, consider subscribing just before you go. I do these every week. And just before I move on, I did want to show you this. This is one of the places local to us. It's a farm, it's a dairy farm, and they've got their own vending machines, and you can take milk bottles in here and get farm fresh milk. There's a cafe, a gift shop, they're doing great, and it does a roaring trade. But I just wondered if anywhere else in the world has this kind of thing. This is it's quite a big, massive, I was going to say, quite a big vending machine. And they've got loads of different flavoured syrups in here in the milk bottles. And you basically select the flavour you want. And then there's a fresh milk machine as well. So you get your bottle, you take it over to the milk machine, and you pop your milk in there. And the cows are literally outside, in the fields that surround the farm, obviously. So it's as fresh as anything. So I've got the banoffee here. I've tried a few of these now, but the banoffee is lovely. So it's like a banana toffee flavoured syrup, and you just add in obviously your own milk. You can bring in your own bottles, but they have obviously bottles that you can purchase and then bring back, and you just bring it back every time you're in, and just get the plain milk, if you prefer. We get the plain milk and also the flavoured milk, but we do get a milk delivery, so we don't go nuts with it. But yeah, it's brilliant milk, like I said, ever so fresh, obviously, because the milk is coming from the farm. But I just wanted to show the fact there's the cows there on the field, across the road from the car park. So it really is as fresh as anything. A fab place. If you're in the area, if you're local or nearby, highly recommend the Coo Shed or Cow Shed. That's what we call cows, coos. So if you're nearby, highly recommend a wee visit to the Coo Shed. So getting back on to Meals of the Week, starting on Monday all the way through till Sunday. And if I've got a video recipe on anything that you see here, as usual, I will pop it down below for you. So on Monday, as you can see, a welcome return of the tuna pasta bake. We haven't had this for such a long time, and we really do like this. And I know this is a bit divisive. You either love this or hate it, or just don't like the idea of it, but it's really tasty. There's a couple of different seasoning sachets you can get. I think this one is the Schwartz, and this is our favourite of the two. The other is the Coleman's, but yeah, they're fab. And that's just a couple of garlic bread slices on the side, and this is it here, just out of the oven. And it does make lots of portions as well, so it's quite cheap to make. And this is oh no, this is the Coleman's. Tell a lie, the Coleman's is our favourite, but you can also get the Schwartz, and I think the supermarkets do their own versions as well. So yeah, lovely. Moving on to Tuesday, we had chili beef. I was going to do the chili mince, but I had some beef there that I had to use up, so I just chopped that up instead and made a sort of chunkier chili, but it's ever so spicy, which I love. So I made a great big pan of basmati rice. I batch cooked this, and I'm just going to portion this up and keep it in the freezer. Then I've just got rice on hand. It's much cheaper than buying the pouches that I used to buy that you microwave. It just works out so much cheaper, just as long as you remember to batch cook it first. So that's the basmati rice there, and the chili beef on the side. So it's just my standard chili beef, but instead of mince, it's diced beef. And there's no kidney beans in this one because I didn't have any, but I have popped some tomatoes in there and just a wee bit of parsley on the top. And I do have a video recipe for this rice. It's foolproof. It always works out perfectly. It doesn't stick together. It's just lovely and light. So I will leave the video recipe for perfect basmati rice every time, just in case you struggle with basmati rice the way I used to until I found this recipe. So I will leave it linked down below just in case you want to go and watch that one. And moving on to Wednesday, we had sausages. So you will have seen this in my unbagging the other day. I think these are the Linda McCartney vegan sausages, just for a wee change from our usual butcher pork sausages. And we do like this kind of thing from time to time. Just have a meat-free day. They're obviously nothing like butcher sausages, but they are nice if you want a wee break from actual meat. So we've got some creamy mashed potato on the side. Yeah, it's the Linda McCartney vegan sausages, and they are okay just for a wee change. But like I said, not a patch on our butcher sausages. But if you're, if you are meat free or you're looking to go meat free, they are a nice wee alternative. These and the corn ones are actually very good as well, just with some baked beans on the side, of course. And then moving on to Thursday, we had spaghetti bolognese, and Mr. What's for Tea actually made this one for a wee change. It's a wee bit saucier than I would normally make spaghetti bolognese, but it was still really tasty. So he made this. I made the pasta or the spaghetti, and he made the meat sauce. So this is just standard boiled spaghetti. This is the Barilla brand, which is lovely. It's got such a nice texture and cooks really evenly. That's that bolognese sauce that Mr. What's for Tea made. I like to add a wee bit of chilli into my bolognese, but he did not add chilli because he is not a fan of overly spicy things. So it was very tomatoey and very saucy, but like I said, really tasty and works fab with that spaghetti. And again, just a wee bit of parsley on the top. And then moving on to Friday, I made a curry. I tend to make a curry every week in one form or another. So this week it was the Chinese takeaway style chicken curry, which I loved. And that's some more of that basmati rice that I batch cooked the other day. And this is just my Chinese sort of takeaway standard curry that I do. And it wasn't overly spicy this time because I got a telling off the other day, so I made sure it wasn't too spicy. Forgot to do the plate spinning around, but you know what that's like by now. And then moving on to Saturday, it was salmon, and you will have seen this already if you watched my air fryer review the other day. So yeah, this was just the salmon with the sliced potatoes and the broccoli on the side using my new Cosori air fryer. So that's the roast broccoli on the side, some seasoned crispy potato slices, and that lovely lime and chilli salmon on the top. We don't do salmon all that often. I'm not overly keen on salmon, but it came out of the air fryer absolutely perfectly. It was cooked to perfection. And then some more of that chilli and lime and olive oil just dotted round. It is really spicy, so I didn't put too much on there. Then just a couple of lime wedges on the side just to squeeze over things, and then just another wee bit of parsley on the top. You will know when I've got a parsley plant when it goes on absolutely everything. I think it just gives a nice wee pop of colour. I don't think it adds much in terms of flavour, unless you're using a lot of it. I just like to add it for a wee bit of decoration. And then moving on to today, we had chicken and ham pie, something else we haven't had for such a long time. And I will leave a video recipe for this down below just in case you want to go and make it for yourself. So I've got some baby potatoes with butter and more parsley on the side. That's some swede with white pepper and butter, and that's that lovely chicken and ham pie, one of our favourites, and it's a really, really tasty recipe actually. I did do this for the channel quite a wee while back now, so I think it's a bit of an older recipe, but it is a must do if you do like these kinds of creamy chicken pies. And this is it here, just out of the oven. The pastry's a wee bit lopsided, but it's tasty. It's just as tasty whether it's completely straight or not. So thank you so much for watching if you're still here, and a huge thank you to the channel members and also my members over on Patreon. Thank you all for your support, and thanks to those who share the videos, give the videos a thumbs up, and those that have bought me a coffee using the Buy Me a Coffee link, or those that have left me a super thanks donation on the channel. And folk have been asking, where do you find the link to the Buy Me a Coffee? And it's just under the video, under the, in the description box, you'll see a wee thing down there that says more. If you click on that, it'll bring everything up down there for you, along with any recipes that I've got for the week. So you will find more information down there should you be interested, or if you're one of the folk who was asking. So I will catch up with you during the week for another wee video, or 3 or 4. back here on What's for Tea. So until you join me again, take care of yourselves and bye for now. Bye now.